So the Curitiba Zoo, with their own staff and their own funding and a little bit of outside support from a few other players, managed to build some outstanding facilities for the birds that were confiscated by government, and to see breeding successes in these birds in a matter of just a couple of years. And that has continued. Now the program is to the point, it's developed so nicely that they're able to share this managed program with other facilities. And that's the kind of contagion we want to see. We want to see other facilities committed to this, not just to putting animals on exhibit for the public to look at, but to have true management capability, be able to do the population work and the husbandry work to ensure a future for this managed population that will integrate it with the wild population in the form of sustained releases, true recovery approaches. And it begins with outreach and education. You can't save and take pride in something you never see. And whatever happens to this bird has to be something that's collectively owned, and everyone has to take collective responsibility for it. I think public institutions do a wonderful job in that regard. It's one of the reasons that we were so inspired by what Curitiba Zoo had done and wanted to produce a relationship that was a sister-type relationship here in the U.S., and that's where the Lowry Park Zoo fits in. Here's an institution that is a stone's throw from us so that we can co-manage these birds that we've dedicated our lives to saving all these years. And they can represent to a much broader audience than a scientific, behind-the-scenes organization ever can.
What's really special about the red-browed Amazon parrots being here at Tampa's Lowry Park Zoo is that we're able to connect what we're doing here with the red-browed Amazon parrots range country. So what's happening in Brazil is really important to us. The modern zoo is looking at more than being an exhibition of individual animals. We're looking at extraordinary animals that we can keep in family groups where we can encourage their natural behaviors.
We got them in the first couple of days. They were nervous. You could tell they were very reserved. They didn't really come up to you. But then slowly, very slowly, I think the next week they started becoming a little bit more active. They would come up to you and they would start eating, and we saw them cracking their nuts, which Paul told us was a really good sign. And then they started singing, and I think when they started talking and singing, that was our big sigh of relief, I think.
What this program means, how it works, what it takes to run it, what it means to the species, what it means to the larger biological diversity, and what it means to the people in Brazil. Here they have friends. And the number of visitors that the Lowry Park Zoo and the Curitiba Zoo have together is an impressive slice of the population. And it's not just local people, it's international people, it's guests and visitors from all over. And this becomes the real core mission of a public zoological facility. Not only to demonstrate competency and excellence in animal care, but to make sure that that animal care translates into something tangible and real for the species, that there is a benefit, not just to the animals in captivity, but to their counterparts in the wild.